Welcome to Duke Recreation and Physical Education Intramural Sports Flag Football Rules presentation. I am Tarek Humes, Intramural Coordinator. You can also call me TQ. Let's go ahead and get started. Flag football we played in two locations, on East Campus at Williams Field, also on West Campus at the new athletic field complex off of Science and Bassett Drive. For both of these facilities, there is no alcohol, tobacco, food, pets allowed throughout our facilities. So please, captains, let your teammates and spectators know that that is not allowed. Before each game, a player must check in with a valid Duke ID or a photo ID. The ID must match your face as well when you come to the check-in table. At 4 o'clock of each game day, we will be printing out team rosters for that game night. If your name is not on that roster by that time, you will not be permitted to play. No exceptions. Here at Duke Intramurals, we try to make a great experience for everyone to have fun. One way that you guys can help us out with that is by showing great sportsmanship. Therefore, after each game, each team will have a sportsmanship rating of 0 to 5 by our officials and supervisors. 0 being the worst, 5 being the best. In order to go into our postseason, each team must average a 3.5 sportsmanship rating to play in the playoffs. It doesn't matter if you're the #1 seed or you are the last team to get in to that playoffs. If you do not have a 3.5, you are not allowed to play in our postseason. So captains, just remember, no 3.5, no playoffs. You don't need a lot to come and have fun to play flag football, but here are a couple things that you should know about player attire and player equipment. 1, you must wear some form of athletic shoes. No flip-flops, no Crocs, and you cannot play barefoot. You must have a form of athletic shoes. If you have football cleats or soccer cleats, you will be allowed to wear those on West Campus, but you're not allowed to wear those on East Campus. So just remember, West Campus, cleats are allowed. East Campus, they are not allowed. Your t-shirts must be tucked in at all times so they do not get ripped, torn. That goes for your jerseys as well. You must wear shorts or pants, but those shorts or pants may not have pockets or belt loops. You cannot have your underwear outside of your shorts, and you cannot wear any kind of cargo shorts with pockets. We do not need jewelry out on our flag football fields, so your earrings, necklaces, bracelets, rings, etc., that can all be left at your dorms or at home. As you can see here, the jersey is short enough that it doesn't interfere with the flag belt. The t-shirt is tucked in. The flag belt is on correctly with one flag on each side and one behind. Athletic shorts with no pockets, and athletic footwear. This is how you should look when playing flag football. All right. In our open men's league and our open rec league, your team will be comprised of 7 players on the field at a time. You must have 5 players at game time there for your team to be able to start that game. If you have 4 players there at game time, you will default the game. If you have less than 4, you will forfeit the game completely. In CoRec, you must have at least 6 players there, 3 of each gender, because you will have a max of 8 players on the field at a time, 4 of each gender. You cannot have less than 3 of each gender to start the game. This is the flag football field. Each offensive possession will start at the 14-yard line. You have 3 opportunities to gain a first down: the 20-yard line, the 40-yard line, and the other 20-yard line going into the end zone. The goal line will be the last line to gain before you're scoring a touchdown. After a touchdown is scored, you have the opportunity to get extra points. You can go for 1, 2, or 3, going from the 3-yard line for 1 extra point, the 10-yard line for 2 extra points, and from the 20-yard line for 3 points. All right? Awesome. Game time and game length. Each game will be 2 20-minute halves, with the 18 minutes of each half running continuously. It will not stop unless there's an injury or your team calls a timeout. Those are the only ways within that first 18 minutes the clock will stop. For the last 2 minutes of each half, the clock will stop on out of bounds play, first downs, penalty administration, or injury or timeout. The clock will start on the snap or on the official's whistle. It will only start on the official's whistle after a first down with a play ending in bounds and a penalty administration. Everything else will start on the snap of the ball. Screen blocking. A player must stand still if they are setting a block with their hands in front or hands behind. They cannot initiate contact with the defender. They may gain position by scooting in one spot, and the defender must go around them. The blocker may not use their arms or legs to impede the rusher of getting to the player with the ball. The biggest thing that we have here is flag guarding. We're wearing flags. People want to block people from getting their flag off. That is not allowed. A player may not use their hands or arms to stop a defender from pulling their flag. This is football, but it's flag football, so there are no stiff arms. A player may not use the ball to block someone from pulling their flag. Best option for the offense is to run with the ball out in front of you, so we know that there will be no flag guarding, and the defender cannot hit the ball out of your hands. As you can see here, the player is using their arm, their hand, also their shoulder and their body to make sure the defender cannot pull their flag. This is illegal. Each down, the offense is allowed one forward pass. Anyone behind the line of scrimmage can throw that forward pass, but once you pass that line of scrimmage, you cannot throw a forward pass past the offensive line of scrimmage. The offensive player must be behind their offensive line of scrimmage to throw that forward pass. You have unlimited backward passes or laterals throughout that down, throughout the field. Illegal contact. Seeing how the defender cannot hit the ball out of your hand or strip it, there are no fumbles. So there you won't have to worry about that contact at all. Pulling, pushing, holding, tripping, or any contact on your opponent of any kind is not allowed. There will be penalties administered of the 5 yards or 10 yards if that kind of contact happens. Mercy rule. In our open and men's rec, 19 points or more at 2 minutes left in the second half will be a mercy rule. The game will stop right there. The score will be recorded. In our CoRec leagues, if a team is up by 25 or more at the last 2 minutes, then the game will be called for mercy rule at that point as well. As you can see here, we have my contact information, Matt Holdren's contact information, and our website. If you guys have any more questions or you have any issues, you can please contact us, let us know. We'll be there to answer you as quickly as possible. Also, to help you guys out, IM Leagues has just developed an app to go on your phone called Rec It. I suggest that you put it on your phone. It's a great way for you to communicate with your team, to know your team's schedule, to look at standings, so on and so forth, without actually having to get on a computer. And you guys can chat. You'll know about cancellations and also what colors that you guys want to wear that night. So go ahead and add that app to your phone. It's completely free, and I'll see you guys out there.